This ain't the first time I broke in a house. You guys want to see how we're going to turn this shit box into some major ducats? Check it out. Got my man Kendall Brooks on deck. Now this guy is pro football player turned real estate investor. So we're going to walk through some of these ugly houses that we got in Colombia so we can see ground level on how we're turning these old crappy properties into gems. Check it out. Might have to break in this one. I don't even know where my contractors leave the keys on these things. They're funny like that. So this is the addition, just a hot water heater and laundry room area. It's really falling apart, right? But you can see they've already got, we're 2 days into this project and we've got all that trash, all the demo. I mean, that's several dumpster loads of trash. They've already framed up the new framing members, right? So the Migos roll quick, man. They're my go-to crew.
They got it down to the floor.
Yeah, this thing's nasty, man. Yeah, so this is it. You guys are looking at a blank canvas. Blank canvas is a beautiful space to work on if you're a creative person, real estate investor. Even though these old bones might look nasty and beat up, it's opportunity, right? We look for the hidden gems. We look for the ugliest houses on the block, the houses that need tender love and care, TLC, where we can bring the crews in. We can turn them around, revitalize them, and make them into nice homes where people can build memories again. Not an old broken down shit box where homeless people might hang out, right?
Squatters.
Yeah. But yeah, look at that. We're down to the studs. This is about as big of a project as you get if we're not talking full remodel, right? New build from the ground up. What happened here, we got two problem areas. So right here, there was a chimney and the flashing, you see it a lot, but when the flashing is connected at the roof, water will infiltrate and it'll leak through, damage your subfloor, right? So you can see all the new boards, all the subfloor, even the sill on the side of the house was damaged, right? So all that stuff has to come out, get replaced with new stable boards, because when we bring this on market and get a new buyer lined up, inspector, first thing they're going to do is crawl under the house and they're going to be looking for termite damage, water issues, and anything comes up, you're going to have to rip it out anyway. So that's one of the big things you got to look at. And then on this side of the house, same gig, we likely had some type of flashing issue where the water was infiltrating and leaking down there. And you could see the framing on this side of it, the water just sat there for so long that it just ate away at the wood, right? Ate away. Water's the enemy. It's an interesting substance, right? It flows through anything, through crevices and cracks, and over time will carve out something like the Grand Canyon, right? But you let water sit too long in a space and it's going to destroy it, man. Isn't that crazy? Freaking water. But yeah, we've got an open concept floor plan to work with here. So we're standing in the living room. You can see the header that they installed here. There was a wall and just a small door, but we want to open up the kitchen, so we got an open concept, right? So we got cabinets. It'll flow over to a little island, right? Little L-shaped island where they could eat in, kitchen type of area. This will be the formal living room. And then on this side of the house, we'll have the bathrooms will be right here, basically. So they're going to frame in a wall, boom, boom, and we'll fit. This was a one bath. We're adding a bathroom. So we'll have one bathroom for the shared space. And then this side will be the master bath connecting to that bedroom, right? Hallway right here. And then 1, 2, 3 bed, right? Small house, 1,100 square feet, but we're fitting comfortably 3 beds and 2 bath, right? So when we're done with this thing, it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be the first black house that we're doing. So the exterior brick, black.
Updated windows, whole nine.
Yeah, got new windows. So we'll put black windows. I'll show you a concept. Let me find it. Most of the brick houses, when I buy them, I got a thing for painting brick, bro. It looks nice.
So what are your like go-to value add that you look to do when you first walk in the property?
Whew.
I know it's probably different from house to house, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
just the most common.
that's an interesting question, man. Like, it's going to be different for everybody too. As crazy as this sounds, bro, my goal is to get in and out of a house for the least amount of money possible, right? Where a lot of fix and flippers, especially in like the luxury markets and stuff, they're going to deck it out to the nines. They go HGTV style where it's like making it beautiful,
Right.
which I used to have that mindset in it, bro. But we're talking entry-level houses, right? One, the market where it's at, anything above 400K is just sitting on the market, right? So these entry-level houses, we're talking like 150 to 250.
Yeah.
Bro, people aren't expecting a whole lot, right? And so the name of the game is profit, right? You want to flip houses, you want to make money. Like a simple difference between like a, you know, high-level granite or an entry-level stone or something else. Dude, I keep the budget down, right? But I'd say the big features, man, trying to open concept as much as we can, right? Like here we had basically a wall. Old houses are boxy. So if there's any way to open up a kitchen, bro, I'd say that's number one, right? Just so it's kind of like more, it gives you more air, more open concept feel. So that was obviously the play here. They put the big header in place so we can have kitchen, right? Parents cooking in the kitchen, kids might be hanging out in the main space.
Right.
That, and if you could add a bathroom, right?
Yeah, it makes sense. Kind of open up here and then take away a little bit more space, add a bathroom.
Yep.
There.
Yeah, like for example, a 3-bed, 1-bath. Like picture like the family. Begin with the end in mind.
Right.
So our end buyer, you know, starter home for either like could be a single person, it could be a newly married couple. If they're planning on having kids or if they're going to have kids, you don't want to share a bathroom with the kids.
Yeah, right.
Right? So open the kitchen, and then if we can add a bathroom, right? At least 2 bathrooms is going to be our ideal market, right? If we got a small 2-bed, 1-bath house, it'll sell, right? But just the desirability factor is a little bit lower.
So you don't got to move any plumbing.
Which we will. That old cast iron is going to go, right? Cast iron's it's old. If I don't have to replace it, I won't, right? You could tap the old cast iron into some newer fixtures, but because we're reworking a lot of this, they'll just plug some PVC and move it on the way out. Shitty part on this is the ductwork, man. That the unit might be okay, but you can see all this old ductwork that's falling apart. I'm gonna have to replace that. That gets expensive. Like $4 or $5 grand for a unit. If we got to do new ductwork, another $5 grand. Which, I mean, it ain't bad, right?
Yeah.
But AC units are the story of my life this season, man. Probably bought like 20 units the past year or more. 2 at my own house, and the 3rd one's going out. It's crazy. But yeah, this is bare bones, man. But find a good crew, right? Find a good crew that's quick, that has attention to their work, right? Find the artisans, right? Hate to say it, but a lot of American contractors, we don't care about our work as much, right? You get the Spanish crew in here, bro, and they're artists with it.
How you tier them out on pay?
They just bid the project, right? They come through, we'll walk the project together, and usually Jesus is my guy. He'll usually want me to give him a number first, right? So I already know his game, right? He's like, what's your budget? Where do you want? That's always a question. What's your budget? And so I'm always like, well, this is where I want to be, man. Like, can you do it for 40 grand? And he'll always like talk me up a couple grand. You want 42, 43? I'll be like, all right, man. Yeah.
So you just pay them and then they get all the materials.
Yeah. In the past, bro, I've had crews that like, I've got to set them up. They go to Lowe's, get the material, and then they'll have pro services call my phone. I got to stop what I'm doing and check out and do a phone order, and like pain in the butt, dude. And dude, a crew that just does it all, right? They know what they need. You kind of just give them an idea like what type of material. Dude, I'm not super picky, bro.
Yeah, right.
You move through the project and just keep the look copacetic. I mean, as we're doing it, we create like a portfolio, right? So we'll share some of like the renovation scopes on the video, but like this one, you can see I give them their agreeable gray for the inside color. Cabinets are going to be like a peppercorn, so it's like almost black, dark gray.
Yeah.
Gold cabinet hardware, white subway tile, gold finish, and then that's the house as it is. And then below it, I give them like a concept, right? So that's kind of the
what you're shooting for.
Yep. It's almost black, right? But it's like a dark peppercorn. Mm-hmm. And then they're going to come through and do the trim, like the fascia will be black. So you'll see a little contrast there. And then the gold oak shutters, and then the beams up front, it'll stand out, right? Sure. I don't think anyone's done a black house in Columbia. I'm sure they have, right? But I got the idea from my buddies in Greenville. Yeah. Dude, Greenville's like a step ahead of us. Yeah, that market's just is popping, right? So I'm always looking at like design aspects and like, hey, how can I take a little bit of what they're doing and bring it to what we're doing, right? So documenting the process, it's like you do your first flip. Hopefully you make money, right? Not lose any. But you just take small pieces of it. What went well? What could we do better? And then just always collaborating with the homies, right? Like, hey, that's an awesome project they just put up, right? Even just like the gold oak look, right? First we did that on a White House, gold oak. I'm just like, I'm an artist at heart, right? So how can we take what someone else is doing and it seems to be working well and kind of like adopt it and make it our own? Right. That's the game, man.
So through the process, you see the house you want to buy, you make an offer, and then you wait to get the bid.
Yeah, you got to move quick, man. I've done enough projects where I'm like, I'll eyeball it, and if I'm within 10 grand of scope, we can make a move, right? But it's rapid fire, bro. Like the market's become so saturated over the past few years, like YouTube University and just a bunch of people in the market. It's hard to get good deals, right? So we've got our direct to sell marketing where we've got like website leads. We do cold calling, we do SMS, we do direct mail. But dude, a lot of the wholesalers do the work for us. Yeah, right. Like this house we bought from my buddy Matrino and Scott, right? They had it on Facebook. I've got a VA that runs my Facebook, right? So they're communicating as me, right? Under Ben Loverow page. Yeah. And then whenever leads come through, Gisela submits it into our CRM. And then Andy gets hit with it, right? So boom, gets in the system. It'll send them a text like, hey, Scott, just checked out the property you got at 123 Main Street. I'd love to take a look. What's up? Right? And then you're just working on the sales game. But my goal is to build relationships so good with our people, right? With the wholesalers where I want to be that guy. Yeah. I want to be the go-to where it's like, I got a deal. Ben's the first person I'm going to call because I know he's going to follow through with it. He's going to buy the house. He doesn't mind paying me a nice assignment fee, right? It's just relationships, bro. Yeah, for sure. That's the game. But yeah, this is Burnside. We'll keep you guys posted on the flip progress. Depending when we release this video, we might just put in some before and after photos. But this is ground level. This kind of shows you guys where we're at, down to studs and what we have to build on as we're pushing this project forward. This one, I'm guessing, will probably be in here another 2 to 3 weeks, so it should be ready for market by mid-April, maybe May at the latest. But yeah, we're heating up. We're buying as many deals as we can. So you guys got a deal, send it our way. We're buying.